What's up, boys? For today, I wanted to go through not some of our film, but review San Marcos's offense so that we can start to prepare for the game on Saturday. So here we go. I just shared this with you. It's their plays from last year. Hopefully this helps when they run the same offense. They could come out in something completely different, but you never know. So let's be as prepared as we can. So they run the spread offense. For those of you that are new to football or just don't know what that is, that means they pretty much try to spread everybody out, as the name suggests, and then they'll either pass or they'll run the football. So last year it was pretty balanced whether they ran or passed, but the thing that you have to know about a spread offense is that this zone read play, this is going to be their favorite run play. So the quarterback will be reading the end man on line of scrimmage right here. And if this guy chases down the tailback, he'll keep it and run. If he sits here, he'll hand it off. So for you linebackers, we will be calling the strength away from the running back so that if we're in thunder, we have our end man linebacker standing here ready for this play, or if we're running an edge or something, we're going to be blitzing right into hopefully this zone read play. So just kind of recognize linebackers that the first run threat in zone, or in the spread rather, is this zone read right here. If they're a speed option team, you'll have a threat of the tailback running this way and the quarterback going this way as well, but they're historically not a speed option team, so be ready for this zone read. But so this is just our formation, Roy Outer, I believe. This is just read 4 to us. So if you're end man on line of scrimmage back here, shuffle squeeze, reading the quarterback, this side, they're going to try and just kick everybody out. My end man here, try and keep his outside arm free, squeeze it back inside, make the running back cut back. Everybody else will flow inside out, do their job. Force player beat this job, beat this block, show up. Zone read again, other way. Zone read again, just out of a 3 receiver front. These are all their plays that we saw last year in all of the film. So these are all plays that we have seen them run in the past. So you'll see that they'll run this T away from the 3 receiver side, as well as towards the 3 receiver side. So that's not necessarily a tell one way or the other. Toss. So this is another play that it could be that speed option I talked about where the quarterback keeps it and has the option to pitch it, or this toss play is another thing that they did. This is one of the only times we saw them put a tight end in the home position. So if we have a tight end over here, linebackers will call the strength to the tight end instead of opposite this tailback. So with this toss too, they're running a fake little receiver screen out to that side. Spread the Y out instead of having him in that home position. Bonsai just means quarterback's taking the snap and going. So come out of this in short, like 4th and 1, 3rd and 1 situations. Get out of the huddle, get to the ball fast, come here. Got to be ready, line up, get a good get off, find the football. Draw. For you guys that are new to football as well, that just means that quarterback's going to make this look like it's a pass at first. He's going to drop back and then just hand this off to the running back, and the running back's just going to find a hole. So this will initially look like pass. They're going to pass set. So my linebackers, you're going to take your read steps, read that guard, probably take a couple steps outside. Once you see that the receivers aren't running routes, go find that football. Doing the draw here with the fake double bubble here. So he could theoretically hand it here. or you could throw it to either one of these receivers. So everybody's got to make sure they're doing their job and reading their keys. Zone read again. Running backs on this side. No tight ends. Calm the strength here. Notice they spread these guys way outside. They're trying to get us to leave the box so they can run the football. Force player should be inside eye here. Probably splitting them a little more so you can still play the run first. Stretch read. This is pretty much the same thing as a zone read, except we have polars now here. So this should be an even easier read for you linebackers. Read these polars. If they're pulling away from you, backside guy here should be playing it slow. Look for that quarterback. My end man line of scrimmage here, especially. Shuffle, squeeze, outside arm free. Read that quarterback. Split zone. That just means that everybody's blocking one way, and the fullback or the H is going to come and kick out the end man line of scrimmage. So instead of reading him here, they're going to kick him out. So my end man, whether it be an end or a linebacker, see this down block, shuffle, squeeze. He comes to kick you out. Make sure we get underneath, strong arm that thing, get our shoulder pads to our thigh boards, get low, look for that football. GT power. That just means that both the guard and the tackle are pulling, but this is just power to us. So same thing, shuffle, squeeze, wrong arm. Guys that are backside, shuffle downhill, you get down blocked. This is 3-point punch, get over top, find the football. Every offensive play has a way to be beat as long as we read our keys, we do the technique we've been taught, and we stay disciplined. Slice. So slice, we talked about kind of preseason where they're just taking their two biggest, baddest dudes and they're just going to run right at us. So know where your help is at. If you're a guy out here, take it on with your inside shoulder, make it bounce back out to the middle here. Vice versa, if you're a Mike linebacker or backside linebacker, shuffle, squeeze, get into this hole, take on the line block, take on the fullback or the lead blockers and push them back into the hole. Make sure that that running back has nowhere to go. The way we beat this play here, guys, is by making this tailback bounce outside to our unblocked defenders. So everybody make sure that you get underneath the blocks, make that thing bounce outside. If they come out in this formation, we'll probably check to bear longhorn. So we'll have our nose guard head up, have our 2-3s, just making a pile, trying to make this thing bounce outside, let our force player make the tackle in the backfield. Getting into their pass route combinations that they like, Vermont. So if we're in cover 3, my 2 wallers can just be inside here, shelf 10 to 12 yards, pulling them from the inside. My skiff players are going to collision this, take away that seam, same 10 to 12, and get out here to the outside route. Corners should be inside leverage, pushing their butts out to the sideline. Free safety, split these 2 routes. Hopefully we get them out of the field enough to force a bad throw. So cover 9. Corners are going to squeeze this into the deep half safeties. Deep half safeties, you just got to split this. My Tampa dropper should be opening up this way. Get underneath that, just carry that thing. T-fire, running back's going to swing out. Quarterback's going to hit him right now. Pretty much just a toss, but in a pass version. Everybody else, they're just running a pretty much like a flood. Everybody's going deep, but it's all just the diversion to throw it to the T. Smoke, we run this. Got to make sure that if you're the corner here, you trigger right away. Don't wait to get blocked. Smoke again. Box, fade in and out. This is 9. Corner got to squeeze this route, say up, up, up. Cover this with your voice, with the free safety, or the free, the strong. Get to this, sit on this route, pick that thing off, take it to the house. It's still staying in 9. My Tampa would look here. Doesn't see that vertical. It's just going to drop and get some depth. Look for something coming his way. Check for scramble drill. Cover 3, corners are taking these, obviously. My skiff players are gonna look to take away the seam here. They go out, you're gonna carry these over the top, looking for those routes. All routes are combinations for a reason, guys. Think about what they mean. Under means over, out means in, all that good stuff. So they're not throwing this to try and just get 5 yards. They're trying to get somebody to bite on it and let this guy come free. So make sure that we know or think about what the offense is trying to do with these route concepts. Tackle eligible, this is just a screen to the tackle, so you guys got to be aware. They do have some trick plays up their sleeves. Make sure that you notice this Z is off without a tight end here. Think about what we're talking about, or anybody who sees this, make sure you call it out. Seattle, same thing. Under means over. If there's somebody underneath you, there's somebody over the top of you, so don't bite on this one. Let this little route go, pass it off to the next zone. We play the deeper route. Chill is just a tailback screen. It's gonna look like run. Quarterback's just gonna keep dropping back, throw it to him, come up here. Gotta beat a block, find the football. If it's a screen, guys, they're gonna let some of you guys go, you pass rushers. If you all of a sudden are just not blocked anymore, you got to be smart. You didn't just become the best pass rusher in the world. They're letting you go for a reason because they want you to keep chasing him. Put your foot in the ground, turn around, go find that tailback. This is a flood route, which means they're just trying to do, it's called levels. Obviously, they're trying to do different levels here. High, low, the corner. Trying to make this corner bite on this one and throw it behind you. Under means over, and we always play deep to shallow. If this is cover 9, corner cover this one first, make them throw that one, bite, come up to it later. Again, if this is cover 9, my deep half safety should be pushing over the top of this one. My Tampa dropper would be pushing to this first. He sees him go out, then he's going to get to this Y second, and just kind of push and keep carrying that. My backside Waller should be pushing out to this route, get underneath that slant, don't let him get any free yards. Dagger in and out. This is easy to cover as long as we communicate. If we chase routes, this becomes very, very hard. But if I'm the corner here, cover this, say in and in means out, in means out. They're doing this for a reason. They're trying to get you to chase this one so that this one can come free, or vice versa. Make sure that we communicate things out of our zones with our voice, talk to each other. Far in the seam. You know, Boston. This should be easy to cover in 9 or in cover 3. Make sure our skiff player gets out here. Deep player says, communicates to stop and keeps pushing to the vertical. Maryland. Cover 9, corner's got to sit on this, don't bite. My seam player should be looking over here. The Tampa dropper rather sees that this isn't vertical, turns this way, finds this, gets underneath the top. Make sure that force a high throw from the quarterback. Boston, Seattle again. This is cover 9. Easy for you to play corner. Tampa dropper should be here. This is cover 3. Corner should see this. Get his hands on 1, eyes on 2. See the vertical, keep dropping. Communicate the stop. My skiff player should be jamming this guy on his way over to the stop right here. On the backside, again, if this is 9, my corner should be squeezing this on his way to this Waller. My Waller on this side should let this first one go, say in and in, look for the second slant right there. Fire, again, just got to get to the football. Screens are all about beating blocks and finding the football. That's the last one. So that's every play that we saw San Marcos play last year before our game going into it. So we should be relatively prepared for the game on Saturday. If you got any questions on this, let me know. Happy to help.